Okay, so this is Eaton Boulevard in Battleground, Washington, about a 30-minute drive from Portland. There's the primary signage right there. This is actually on the city's land out there. They lease a signage spot for about $200 a month. And you have this little street that was recently put in here from Eaton, and then there is, back up here, there's the office, the entrance. We'll walk over here. This street really goes just to the back of the site and to where the expansion land is. There's about 5 customer parking spots. The office is really well done. It looks like it's 2-story, but it's not, just 1 story with a really high ceiling. It's locked right now, but you can see there's a restroom in there and a little office. Here's the gate, keypad entry. It just started leasing up about 2 months ago. About 10% occupied, a little over 10%. So on the right side you have 12 foot by 40 foot RV interior spaces. Really well done, extremely high ceilings. That's the building on the right here, and then you have a number of interior buildings. A ton of drive up. What's really interesting about the drive up spaces is every space, when you open the door, a light comes on automatically, an LED light, which is nice. This happens to be their maintenance space. All the ceilings are insulated. Inside the 2 long interior buildings to the site, there's also interior storage spaces. It goes down quite a long ways. And all the lights in here are on sensors, so when you walk in, the lights would go on. All drainage is underground. There's the doors to the interior space are on either end of the building, and a couple doors in the middle of the buildings. These spaces are almost all already leased. These are large, I think 12 by 25s or 12 by 30s. Seems to be good demand for the bigger spaces. There's some wetlands over here. This is actually some drainage area. There's a little creek and a wetland buffer. So these are sort of strange sized units, but they're very high ceilings, but they're only, I think, 20 or so feet deep. And so they're short. So one thought we've had on these units would be on maybe take half of them, maybe start with 10 of them and add some custom shelving in here and kind of target companies that want to use it for storage space but have the ability to stack really high with some shelving as an amenity. You can see here the drains for the storage, for the drainage. Quickly, all LED lights. Shows very well. As you can see here, here's gutter coming down, downspout that goes right into the ground, into the underground drainage, which is nice because it keeps the water off the street. The units will be climate controlled. The heat and HVAC hasn't been installed yet by the contractor, but we would make that a condition of closing. So you can see how short these units are. Right back here is the expansion parcel, which is actually 3 acres in size, where you could add more storage. Right now the approved plan is more RV storage, where you sort of pull under the canopies, like the canopy I showed earlier. A large portion of this land actually is in the wetland, and so you couldn't park it. So about half this land is actually usable, 1.5 to 2 acres. And I think you can add about 25,000 square feet of additional RV storage, which is like similar to in front of the picture right now. Here is a street they put in. Now this street goes to a roundabout, which would be right here, but when this is built, this second or third phase really is completed, we would be required to continue the street on to connect to the other street behind our site. There'll be an expense there, which we're getting our arms around. So that's a good overview of the site. As you can see, all the smoke from the fires here, but that's it.